Hey everybody, welcome to Journey Through the Generations, and we're back with our second episode in a series that we're calling Reflection of Our Journey. And today's theme is names or namesakes.
Namesake, yeah. And when you're researching, you come across tons of names. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. So you just never know when you'll find somebody who has the same name as you.
Yep, so one of the things that I saw in my research is that my dad was named, his first name was named after his grandmother, and then his middle name was after his grandfather.
Yes.
Which I never knew.
We didn't know.
Yeah. We didn't know that side of the family.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't know where his middle name came from, but it went really well with our son's first name, and that happens to be his middle name, and now we know where it came from.
Right. So I think that's pretty cool. But the biggest one I wanted to talk about was my name. I am the namesake of my mother. And so I know that you're probably thinking that's kind of odd. Do you have a woman's name, or does she have a man's name? No, that's not it. Not it. And as you may know, my name is Phillip.
Yes.
But my mom's name is Phyllis, and I am her namesake, and that is because we both share the same birthday. I was born on her birthday. The best gift she ever received.
Labor pains.
No, it is the best. If you ask her today, she will tell you the best birthday gift I ever got was a certain amount of years ago. I'm not going to say how many. A certain number of years ago. He was the best thing that ever happened to me on my birthday.
So much so that I named him after me.
Absolutely. So we share the same birthday. And I've always enjoyed having the same birthday as my mom. I thought it was always special because, like, you don't hear about it that often.
No.
People aren't usually...
twins.
Yeah, but you're not usually born on your parents' birthday. And so I always thought it was special that no one else, had that same. And I always talk about it. And usually when we have like at work or something, we'd have like icebreakers. And one of the questions like, tell us something interesting about yourself. That was usually my answer was,
Aww.
I was usually saying I was born on my mama's birthday. So yeah, that was always fun to me. So
that is.
So that's my namesake.
Okay, for me, names have always been important in our family. My father made it a point, to tell us you answer to your name. You don't answer to a nickname or anything else. Your name is what you go by. So names have always been important, and I think it's very hilarious that Phillip and I have this in common, that we're both named after our mothers. As you know, my name is Trisha, and my legal name is actually Trisha. It's not short for anything. It's just Trisha. My mother's name is Patricia. And everybody in our town that we grew up in and she grew up in called her Trisha when she was younger. So people still call her Trisha and call me Little Trisha when we are in Newport. So I think it's very interesting that we both were named after our mothers.
And the funny thing about that, you talking about, your dad telling you always to, answer to your to the name you were given.
Yeah.
And it's odd because, when someone you just met decides to shorten your name to Trisha, you always say,
Correct.
My name is Trish. And which is always funny, but
you're the same way.
And I guess there are some people that you're familiar with and you grew up with in your hometown, because I've heard some of them call you Lil Trish.
That is correct. If you are from Newport, and especially if you are over the age of 65 and from Newport, you can call me Trish. If your last name is Mays, you can call me Trish.
Respect the elders.
But if you didn't grow up in Newport, if you don't know me and I introduce myself to you as Trisha, then that's what I want to be called. And I will correct you. I take my name very seriously.
Yeah, and I don't like people shorten my name too, and I don't know why people get comfortable like that with people and want to shorten their name. If I wanted to be called Phil, I would have introduced myself
Exactly
as Phil. So it's not that I don't like Phil. It's that my mama always called me Phil,
and that's the only person that called you that.
A long time, she was the only one that I let call me Phil.
Right.
And so when I came to college, I took on a nickname with Phil in it, and it's just stuck, and I've had it for years. And so people call that, and so I don't really worry about it too much now like I did back then, but usually, I'll say Philip. So
right.
Ask people what they like to be called instead of
I agree.
instead of just changing their name.
But with me, a lot of it is people in Newport call my mom Trish. And so imagine back in the 80s and 90s when you had a landline and people called and asked for Trish or Trisha. A lot of the times, nobody knew who you wanted. You want Lil Trish? You want to talk to Lil Trisha? So that has a lot to do with why I'm so particular. And of course, my father's always in the back of my mind. You answer to Trisha, that's your name. But, I might have, memories of, being called Trish when they really didn't mean me. They really meant my mom. And so that's another part of why I don't like to be called that.
Yep. And then our son was named after family members as well.
Yes.
So Trisha and I had a lengthy discussion about naming him after me.
Correct.
But I gave in.
And I said,
no.
we were both named, after somebody. Can he have his own name?
And so he was named, his first name is the middle name of one of Trisha's family members who passed away. 98?
Yeah.
And then his middle name is after my dad's middle name.
Yes.
Then come to find out my journey is his grandfather's name.
Right.
And so it's working its
family
way
name.
down.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know that at the time, but that's where it is now. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of namesakes. So I wonder if you have, do you have any other ones?
We know Alan's named after my dad.
Oh, right.
And Eric is named after Erica.
Yeah.
And Patrick is named after my mom.
I guess when you think about it, it actually happens more than what you probably think.
Yeah.
Because you really don't. I guess you really think about it when they're born, but over time you just kind of forget about it.
And we've always liked family names because my father was named after his grandfather. His sister was named after their mom's mother. So family names kind of have always been in our family. On my mom's side, there's 3 generations of women named Leela. So names have always been important. So I just think that this is my personal opinion. I think celebrities have taken away from how important family names can be when you start naming your kids Apple and North Chicago. And things like that. They could eventually become family names and go down the generations, but our family has always enjoyed and taken pride in our names and, continue to give them out through the generations.
They mean something.
They do.
And it seems like nowadays it doesn't mean anything, the way names are. So anyway, we're not going to get in that discussion. That's not why we're here.
Right.
So,
no, it's not. But
so anyway, if you have any namesakes in your family or you are a namesake, share it with us and let us know. Reach out to us on any of our social media. I'll have all the information down in the episode description. And hey, if you're liking our podcast and the content that we're giving you, I encourage you to subscribe and share it with a family and friend and let them know that we're here talking about some good information dealing with genealogy and family research. So we appreciate you guys for listening in. Have a good one. Stay safe and healthy and wear a mask and social distance.
Thanks, you guys.
All right. Talk to y'all later.